Hey guys, it's me Lola or Ducky or whatever you want to call me. I've been wanting to make this video for a bit now, but this comment made me want to go ahead and start. Although my channel is named Lola Ducky, my banner name is Diplomatic Dolly. Diplomatic in an Obama sense. Meaning that I'd say something that you might agree with, but I also might piss you off if you keep listening. I don't know, that's not on purpose, I'm just stating my opinion, but this brings me into my first point about nuance. I will use this as an example. This was under my last video about my opinion towards predator catchers. When I saw this, I was under the impression that they only saw the title and clicked on it so that they could react to it. I asked if they've watched it, and they said that they did. My stance is that I don't like the way predator catchers go about catching predators, and that the way they go on about it makes people take predators less seriously. Not once have I condemned the act of catching predators. I think it is black and white to assume that just because I have something to criticize one side over, automatically means that I'm pro the other side. If anything, this proved my point on how people do not take predators as seriously as I would like them to. If this is such a serious matter to you, why would you try to allude to me being pro the other side? I do take offense to this because I know how damning of an allegation that is. We all have the same objective morality of protecting children, but how does me having a problem with one approach contradict our shared value of protecting the vulnerable? Also, I noticed the lack of logic and reasoning behind their problem with my video. I am assuming that it has something to do with how they felt about it. What happened was, you reacted to the title. You watched the video with the title in mind because you wanted to fit the narrative that you've created in your head. I was willing to hear an explanation, but I sadly did not receive an explanation other than how they felt about it. They've said a couple things here that I've agreed with, and as soon as I acknowledge that I do agree with it, they're still set on this notion that there's something wrong. I've noticed this a couple times ever since I started to frequently upload. I've noticed an influx of people who are contrarian and for some reason feel uneasy when somebody doesn't completely disagree with what they have to say. It's pretty black and white. I remember on my Are All Women Screwed video, a person commented an entire essay about his opinion on women, and because he agreed with the nature of my video, he assumed that I was a guy. But because I told him that I was a girl and I laughed at the assumption he made, he got defensive and wrote an entire manifesto responding to me. He got angry because my existence contradicted his narrow view of women. As soon as somebody wants to find common ground, others take a huge disliking to it. It is also pretty funny that he clicked on a video hoping that it would feed into his echo chamber, but it hasn't because the video was made by a girl. So he essentially argued with me under a video that he agreed with. Isn't that insane? Which led me to a response video called Are All Men Screwed? I understand how people feel towards people who are unpredictable, because predictability is generally a good thing, and it helps us keep us safe from threats. But when a disagreement, or worse, an agreement followed by a disagreement, is seen as a threat, it takes away our focus from actual threats and actual harm. What makes nuanced takes so frowned upon is that they are not absolute. They are not predictable. They hold many truths at once. I understand that the topic I've talked about in my last video is a sensitive subject and will invoke reactions, but I am not responsible for anybody's emotions. If you cannot absorb the messaging without having to resort to outrage, then this channel is not for you. You can disagree with me, but please simply just state your opinion instead of trying to come at me personally. That is all I have for today, and yeah, bye bye.